Hi, everybody. Welcome to FNS Wrestling Podcast, episode 304. I'm exhausted, but we're back down in the basement.
Me too.
To talk about another week of professional wrestling. Why are we exhausted?
Toronto.
We just went downtown Toronto, walked around. I put like 15,000 steps or whatever. A lot of good times, but we'll get into talking wrestling. There's timestamps. We'll talk about AEW Dynamite. We'll talk about NXT. We'll talk some news. We'll talk some trivia. We'll talk whatever comes up. You can navigate to any portion of the show you would like. We usually banter for a bit right now, so we loaded up the car, needed the extra row of seats in the back.
That we did.
The family went down, including your aunt and uncle, both of your mother's siblings. That's how that works, I guess.
Yeah.
Yep, that's how it works.
Right.
So they went with us. Well, one went with us in
One
the same.
met us.
One met us down
Same
there.
diff.
And yeah, it was another day of Uncle Phil knows everybody downtown.
I think my favorite one was when he saw a random guy with a skateboard on the sidewalk.
Yeah,
and it was
everybody
like,
with a skateboard. Your brother.
When we
your
walk
uncle
into a
knows.
store, I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, but it was just like some dude.
Didn't have to pay for lunch again because Phil was with us. And then went into a bunch of his. They're like skateboard shops, collectible shops, hip shoe reseller shops. All the people that
it's like some pretty like
trendy
shit for
places.
Toronto, I think.
So that was fun, yeah. And then ate a few different times around the city.
I got gelato.
Hit Kensington
That's
Market.
kind of my dinner.
Put a lot of miles on, but had a good time.
Kensington Market, yeah, it was a lot of.
So
a lot of vintage stores there. Like it's almost all vintage
a
stores.
lot. I told you, it's all like vintage and then like little
I was
restaurants.
thinking like it'd be interesting to see how their business is just with so many of like similar places. I mean, some of the vintage stores admittedly like are like one of them is clearly geared towards women. Some are clearly geared towards like a hip hop kind of style. Like they're very different, right?
Yeah.
But like in general, I feel like it'd be interesting to see how they do just with so many businesses of the same type.
I know.
in
It's
one
great
spot.
and it's fun in the summer. Go down on a nice hot day, walk around there.
I could see that.
It's a good time. Yeah, and then one of the guys we met in the collectible store actually is a big wrestling nerd and does a wrestling pod. I didn't even get the name of his podcast, but he also saying he's kind of become more of an AEW guy, and that
let's say he's a wrestling fan. Let's specify he's an AEW guy, which we like to hear.
and he even used to work with independent wrestling stuff. He said he even hosted a couple things, but he's like, his words were, "There's not any money in it, and a lot of the promoters and people involved are greasy," was the word he used.
Honestly, I could see that.
He was just like, you're dealing with greasy people and you're probably not going to make any money. So they're doing, like everybody, like we always say at indie shows, right? These people are all doing it because they love it generally. There's not a ton of money in it, right? So, but anyways, yeah, that was an interesting chat with him. But yeah, it was a good day. So we're recording a little bit late on a Saturday because of that. What is it, May 16th, I guess? So it'll actually be published whenever we're done recording. It's almost 8 o'clock now, so we'll get this done and then get it out of there. So I say we get moving because I might head down the street to Mike's garage tonight too.
Indeed.
All right, let's talk about this week of wrestling. First thing we always do, hit on some of the week's wrestling news and rumors. All right, so the first thing I have, did you see, I mean, who could have possibly predicted this one? Definitely nobody. Phoenix appears to be a little unhappy with his positioning.
What do you know?
On the WWE
Is that
roster. So he, while at the same time saying he was really happy for his brother, he was basically like he would like to have his chance too.
Did he mention what color the grass was? Was it greener?
I don't think it's green. Oh, well, maybe he's making way more money. I don't know, but I don't even think. Feel like the AEW would have paid him all right.
I feel like he would have been paid decent, especially because he was there since the beginning.
But this is what we knew was going to happen with him, right? And it was like a package deal. They really wanted Penta. They were, I think, indifferent to Phoenix. Even though we say it, he's one of the best in-ring performers in the world.
He's one of my favorite luchadors, I'd say, or like he was, at least when we got to see him prominently.
They do not care, obviously, in WWE.
Absolutely.
So he's been buried on the bench. His brother's doing better, so he wants his
chance. I would say there was definitely a period where I was worried about Penta as well. I think now I'm a little less like with main roster creative and the way they book things, and like I'm still not saying like just because he's a champion doesn't mean he's like being booked great or he's doing amazing, but he's still like he's visible. Prominent. Kids are probably loving him. People are likely to know who he is.
Phoenix's quote unquote chance is gonna come when they tire of Penta and throw them in a tag team and do what they do with tag teams, which is nothing.
Ideally, they're a great tag team. Like I'd say one of my favorite tag matches ever was them and the Bucks in a cage. That was awesome.
Tag team.
They're one of my favorites.
Of course.
But I mean, WWE's tag division, especially lately, has been decimated.
Hates tag teams.
They have 4 tag teams on SmackDown. Maybe we've talked about this already. Like even before the releases, they weren't treating tag teams great, but now it's like they don't even have a lot of tag teams to treat well.
Yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous. But I'm not surprised with Phoenix, and like, the pettiness in me, I'm like, this is what you get. You were talking to them while you're in AEW. You yapped and yapped on about this supposed inhumane treatment in AEW, and now you're under the.
You may regret that one.
Because like that's how you burn bridges.
Yes.
That and the supposed like, if you want to call it a contract name or whatever the term is, like what they were talking to WWE early, clearly, right?
Which I'm sure happens all the time.
That's also kind of like not a good way to like not burn bridges, right? And then you talk about this inhumane treatment. Now you're under TKO. You want to talk about like, you think you're getting more humane treatment there? Good luck.
Yeah.
And like, to combat the inhumane treatment, I just saw like Tony Khan was paying for Ospreay's neck bills, which Ospreay said apparently that cost more than his house. Like, I would love to know what Phoenix considered inhumane treatment, because Tony Khan seems to take care of his guys.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like that absolves him of any wrongdoing, but like generally speaking, it seems like Tony Khan's like watching out for them. And maybe Ospreay is just worth that much to him, which is honestly valid, but you know, it does seem like Tony Khan, I mean, in the face of TKO.
If in a comparison, yes, I think it's not even close. And unfortunately, Phoenix is losing years of his prime doing this, right? Like,
yeah, he's either jobbing on SmackDown or winning on main event against like Berto or.
And his style is not one that will age well.
No, and like
Gunther can do Gunther things forever.
Even Penta, I'd say most of his stuff he could probably do.
He's not as flippy, right?
Right, like Gunther will be fine. Like someone like Ethan Page, I think, is good longevity. Like you think of that, right? Phoenix is not like that, right? And like at least you can say the same about someone like Ospreay for sure. He's gonna have to change eventually, but he's also like he's in his prime and he's like top of the card in AEW. He's clearly a main eventer. He's clearly gonna win the Owen this year. Like we'll talk about Ospreay more later, obviously, but like he's in his prime, clearly doing what he should be doing in his prime, right? Like Phoenix, maybe he's only winning on main event or AAA.
He's basically invisible.
Like in any way that matters, I would say.
So can't say we're surprised. He took a year to figure it out.
Yeah. Speaking of AAA, just to kind of segue, at their big show, Triple Mania 34 is going to be 2 nights this year. Just another example of them continuing to change and, in my opinion, like devolve or lose what made them different under the WWE buyout. They got to milk out everything that has and change every way that they did things before the WWE umbrella, so they could like
now they're WWE Mexico.
Their square ring, the entrance stage, the regular TV show on Fox, the English commentary, the WWE talent all over the shows, the 2-night big show now, right? Like honestly,
fedified.
I know AEW pay-per-views are long, but I hope All In never gets to be 2 nights.
Yeah.
Because I like it as a 1-night thing, and like
me too.
I mean, yeah, it's a big commitment, but it's like that. It's like the one thing, you know. And as long as it doesn't get like, as long as it's not boring like some of the WrestleManias, I'm okay if it goes like. Obviously, I'm not saying I want it to be 7 hours, but if it's going to be 7 hours, at least it won't be like main roster WrestleMania in 2019 7 hours.
And didn't they do All In and All Out like a week apart or 2 weeks?
Once
apart?
they did that, and that worked fine.
That was fine. It was a good show.
I think it was the first time they did All In. All Out was a week later, and it ended up being a pretty good show. Because I remember that was the one with Takeshita Omega the first time, and then I remember 2024 they were 2 weeks apart, but that was All Out we really liked. Remember that was Pac Ospreay, that was the Statlander Willow street fight. Remember that we were liked, and the Hangman Swerve cage match, right? So like that, even that strategy has worked out fine in my opinion. Like I always thought that was fine. But yeah, AAA doing more WWE stuff. They are like you said, WWE Mexico.
Yeah. Speaking of AEW, there for a second, you've heard of Darby Allin?
No.
So he is the current AEW heavyweight champion. If you didn't know that, or whatever is that what they call
World
heavyweight champion?
World champion.
So the fightingest champion of all time. So here's some stats. You like stuff like this because I know I do too. He has 5 defenses in the first 29 days. Correct, as champion.
That's insane. Because I've seen he's been doing it on Collision now. They had the Pac match. I think he's defending against Guevara today.
To give you some context, and there is now the people who are saying the ratings are dropping every week, and this is like not a good way to present your title.
To anyone who I would like trust. I've seen like this title reign's going over pretty well. Like I don't know how you could.
I'm enjoying it. So,
I love it.
To put it into context, none of the first 5 AEW champions, Jericho, Mox, Omega, Page, Punk,
I don't like the Punks in there,
had a single defense in the first 29 days.
That's awesome. That's crazy.
8 of the next 10 had 1 in the first 29 days. Moxley's second and third reign, MJF, Joe, Swerve, Danielson, Page, Joe again. The other 2 of that 10 had 0 defenses. Punk's second reign, Moxley's fourth reign. So MJF is the closest with his second reign with 2 defenses in 29 days. and Alan has 5.
That's
and they've all been like good to excellent.
I've like there's not been. I thought everyone was great. I think right now I'd probably go Ciampa, Takeshita.
Ciampa for sure. That match was special to me.
Then I'd probably go Brody, Kevin Knight.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the Pac one. With
I did.
The golf.
So I watched.
I want to watch that.
The venue was cool too.
I thought it was really cool looking. Like I've seen clips of it obviously already. I thought that one was really cool.
So I watched Davis.
Fairway to Hell, yeah.
And what's
Davis
his
won
face?
the national title
and
from
Perry.
Yeah.
I watched that.
Hey, love that for Davis. He got his thing. He's won 2 titles this year. That's great for him.
I actually meant to go back and watch Io Osaka because I heard it was awesome.
Yeah.
I heard it was awesome. So I will probably.
I did hear about that. I probably won't watch it still.
Yeah. Go ahead. I only have like I think 3 more.
Big news for me that kind of sucks is Jazzwares laid off the entire AEW action figure team. It seems like that line's dead in the water.
Or AI is gonna do designing and stuff now.
Right, maybe. The death of the AEW figure line has been like speculated for a while, but like the recent line that they released with the Fletcher figures, that I got.
Yeah.
It was maybe there was a bit of hope, but it seemed like that was just like the last figures they're putting out, right? I think it really sucks from people like me, like because I prefer AEW, so and obviously I like their figures, but like it kind of makes sense because their figures haven't been in like Walmart's forever, and I find like select ones in GameStop or EB Games now, right? Or I'll order them like I did for the Fletchers, and like they weren't always perfect looking, but I really like the style they had for the figures, and like they were really posable, and also I like how you could like torso swap them, like you can pop the torso off and switch the pants out.
Yep.
And like especially some people like all of Darby's figures look sick because obviously he's super toyetic. I thought Omega always had really toyetic ring gears. The Jay White figures are really great. I'm really hoping they find a new company, like a new major company to make the figures.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it would feel a little weird for like them to be the second biggest promotion and then
Fourth.
not have a figure. All right, right behind TNA and NWA.
That's right.
For them to be like the second biggest without a figure line, right?
Yeah.
So hopefully they figure that out. But yeah, that kind of sucked. But you know.
But if it were a viable revenue stream, it would still exist. So that doesn't bode well for you.
Maybe they'll take a break from it and return, like
right.
either with Jazzwares or something else, right? Like you never know.
There's another rumor of report. I guess I would still call this a rumor. Another wave of NXT call-ups is in the pipeline.
Why?
And according to this report, only, and this kind of fits what I've been saying for a while, which division do I say is stacked?
Women's.
So reportedly, the only names being considered internally come from the women's division.
That's
Nothing specific.
I don't think you shouldn't call up too many of the men again because like
it's thin.
You just decimated. Like taking up Paige and Saints was a surprising for me. Even dare I say Hendry? I'm not surprised I took Hendry, but like to take all 3 of them at the same time, right? Like
and the women, I feel like there's a layer of women who are pretty good that have been there quite a while. Like I know they're already gone, but like Toxic Attraction, whatever it is,
Fatal Influence.
Them, yes, there you go. They were like ready to go, you know what I mean? And there's 2 of the 3. The one probably could have stayed longer.
Yeah, taking
that division has more.
Reed was an interesting choice, I thought.
Yeah, so that's fine. We'll see who. I don't know who it would be at this point. I feel like Kalani Jordan might be close.
I could see it being Lonnie. I could see even Lola dropping the belt soon.
I could see Lola going as well.
And I'll say this: I think she would end up on SmackDown, which would suck for her, but that's because that's where Priest is, and she's with Priest.
Maybe. Oh yeah, Natty and
Natty
Jada could continue their feud up on the main roster.
I do think Jada would make sense, but then it's like, I feel like Jada something maybe you want to give the belt to.
I think Jada needs more time down there, but and I like her a lot.
And it seems like you would get the belt to Kendall at some point, right?
Yes,
but you need a heel transition, so I'm not sure who you.
I heard Alvarez and Meltzer talking about her again being. Meltzer says she will be the best female wrestler to ever come out of North America, and Alvarez is pretty much on board with that. Not that they're whatever, but I think she's going to be incredible. They were I heard them talking about what I say. She moves differently from every other woman.
Best ever.
She's so much more fluid. She's so much. I don't know.
That covers a lot of ground.
It does. I said the same thing about Charlotte Flair in the beginning. I thought she was going to be the biggest woman ever.
Technically, you were kind of right in a way. I wouldn't say you're completely wrong about that.
But I don't think she's going to keep.
The problem with her, though, is that like she kind of got Roman Reigns a bit.
She did.
They didn't like. They should have kept her heel like 99% of the time. They turned her face too much. And like also, I don't know, they hot potato the title between her and other people too much. Like the fact that she's won however many titles she's won, like half of those didn't need to happen.
Exactly.
Like a couple of them are at least 1 day reigns.
And now it's just the point where she can't be a baby face, so I'm kind of not
guess what she is right now?
I know.
Yeah, right?
Allegedly.
Like, which sucks because like when she was a villain, she was feuding with Banks. That was a great feud. I think even her opposite Bailey was good. once they figured the dynamic with her and Becky Lynch, that was good because like she shouldn't have been the babyface, but once they kind of figured that out, that was good.
Yeah.
But like I feel like since like the 2020s, she has never really interested me.
Same.
And then they kept doing too much with her. The one that I remember really pissing me off was like I think it was when Ronda Rousey was last champion, which I think was like the end of 22. She's like she just defended the title against somebody on SmackDown. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. And then Charlotte returns on that night and just wins the title.
I know.
Like just stuff like that. I'm just cause
Yep.
right like
Charlotte Flair.
But yeah, I don't like Charlotte was great. To come out of North America like that also includes Banks, Bailey, Lita, Stratus.
I think Gray has the potential
Mickie James
in ring to be better than all of them.
Maybe.
We'll see about the rest.
Who else am I thinking of? Because like
she's pretty great.
A lot of them are big in North America, but they don't come out of North America like Ripley or Asuka or Io. Or those aren't North America. Who else is doing? Who's North American that's like that good? I guess like is Gail Kim?
Yeah, she's Canadian.
So Gail Kim, Awesome Kong,
probably American. America.
Anyways, since we didn't watch Backlash and have no intention to, other than maybe you're watching that one match, the big announcement from there: John Cena's groundbreaking, earth-shaking, whatever he called it, life-changing, world,
game-changing.
Like I don't know. Anyways, his announcement from Backlash that we all speculated was tied to Club WWE was actually the John Cena Classic. Well, yeah, we'll get there. So it's the description I read on Cultaholic was, quote, an event that involves NXT talent taking on main roster talent, similarly to what we had on the John Cena's last match, like the Saturday Night's Main Event show.
Yeah.
And the winner wins like the Cena Classic. There's going to be a championship belt. I'm not sure what form it's in, if it's just like a series of matches on a show or if it's an actual tournament. Initially, my understanding was that it's a tournament, but now it's like some of the lingo, I'm like, is it though?
I know.
And also, losing a match doesn't disqualify someone from winning the belt thing. Right. Fans can vote for who they want to win. So for me, on one hand, I think it's cooler they're doing more of the main versus NXT matches because it worked out great. You look at who Cena mentioned it. You look at who they picked for that Saturday Night's Main Event show is Javon, Oba, Sol Ruka.
Mm-hmm.
All choices that are like now on Raw and doing well, I think. Right? But the format of the tournament or event or whatever is stupid because I don't know. It's unclear to me, like I said, what structure the matches will take. For me, I would say it should be a one-night tourney and the winner gets that Cena belt, like a standard single elimination tournament. You do 8 people and that's enough matches to fill a show, right? Maybe too many matches because they'd like go only 5, but let's just say
they do.
We're normal. Let's pretend we're normal here. We do a one-night tournament for the Cena belt, and I would say that whoever wins the Cena belt also gets a future title shot. Let's say so that at least there's some tangible thing. It's like how the Owen Hart tournament, you get a belt, but you also now get the all-in title shot. Like there's something tangible to be won there, right? Besides a vanity belt, you're not gonna end up like Braun Strowman at the Greatest Royal Rumble where he's got like this belt that he's still never shown up again.
Yes.
And then we both kind of talked about this. It's that like I guarantee the fan vote will either be somehow rigged or in some way tied to Club WWE.
Well, and if they don't get the vote they want, they'll just rig it.
That's what I'm saying.
For sure.
It's gonna be jigged in some way.
You hear Lance Storm saying like, I think it was like, I'm pretty sure it was Lance Storm talking about him being like, if I'm an established WWE roster guy making $700,000, I am not going to try and make the $50,000 NXT guy look very good because they're gonna come and take a spot, you know what I mean? So
that's true.
They're kind of like, I don't know how motivated the main roster guys are going to be to make the NXT, because even if you're booked to beat them, if they get over in that match against you, they can still win the quote unquote fan voting.
That's a good way to put it, because like
but I don't know if that's how wrestlers think, but some of them do for sure.
Some will.
The Click would think exactly that way.
That would be Click's MO. That would be Hogan's MO, 100%.
Yeah.
I could see some guys being like that. I mean, like I know they wouldn't be in it, but like I would be cynical about Cody or Punk there.
I know. Yeah.
Like,
yep.
I don't know. I like that's what I'm saying. In on paper, this is kind of like the idea of doing the matches to showcase NXT people seems great. Like if there was like a women's one, for example, like putting Kendall Gray in, that would be great for her or something like that, right? Or like you put, since Cena loves him, you do men's one, you put Mason Rook in there for something like that, right? But then it's like you could have someone on main roster thinking like thinking like how some of the fans talk about Rook. It's like, oh, why would I put over some fat guy who's like doing moonsault, or like, you know what I mean, like stuff like that. So like it could end up going wrong. I question longevity of this in the way that it's been described to me. I don't know when they're doing it this year, and apparently there's no event tied to it yet. Like they don't know when they're doing it.
They probably don't know. I think that we could all agree it's not like a trajectory changing announcement from
No,
John Cena.
and for me, it doesn't feel the same as like the Dusty Classic always felt cool to me.
Mhm.
I always loved that. The Mae Young Classic I thought was even kind of cool.
Mhm.
The Cruiserweight Classic was sick.
This is part of going to be like Cena's legacy, right? Is that he's the one that, and it's going to be somewhat like revisionist too, because it's going to be like, oh, he was the guy about putting over all the new. Yeah, for the last month of his career or whatever,
No,
right? Like
after his career was done.
Right.
But then you look at like Nexus
yeah,
and like all these guys he put down, like he shouldn't beat Numaga or
everyone
like Edge,
all the time
like
for a decade.
a million people,
Yeah.
like Rusev,
Yeah.
right? Like even Bray Wyatt.
But
Right? Which again,
on his
how
way
much
out-
of that is his fault or Vince's?
Great.
Hard to say.
Yes.
But still, the Nexus one, we know he didn't want to lose that
Mhm.
one, right? Like that's been the story for however long now.
Mhm.
But now that he's retired, it doesn't affect him. Now
He's great.
right,
It's not his spot they're taking now.
right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yes.
Now he's like, oh, you can take Roman's spot.
That's right.
I'm not there. I don't care. His legacy's made now. Since he buried those people for all those years, now his legacy's
That's
made.
right.
And so now, right? It makes sense, but whatever. It is what it is.
My last story, this one really annoyed me, and I am not a big fan of Nikita Lyons, so I'm in the Nikita Lyons defender position, which is not
Okay.
defender
Okay.
might not
No,
even
yeah.
be the right, but the person on the other side of the story, which may explain why I'm defending, is Booker T.
Yep.
So Booker T, longer quote, but the part of it that was important was that Nikita Lyons needs to quote unquote dial back her sex appeal. So why would that bother me? Because he's the guy.
but-
what does he do on a
No,
week-to-week basis?
Okay, I'm not even gonna. The way to answer that, I'll say, is it'd be like if Jerry Lawler told anyone to cover up.
That's
in
almost
the
my
Attitude Era.
comparison. So
Like-
this guy, Booker T, comes out and sexualizes women
Like the
that
Vicaire thing, that's him.
30
Lola Vice.
30 years plus younger than himself. And that's cool and part of his thing and is like got
But
care
no,
over.
it's because he's not doing it for Nikita though.
Yes.
She's doing it for herself,
Yes.
and that's the problem.
Yes.
The problem. I
She's
use
too
that
sexy
word
for him.
loosely. Yes. Well, and it's like, but she's doing that on her own. She's not getting sex appeal over due to Booker.
Booker's
If he was
Disgusting
doing
groaning.
if he was doing it,
Yes.
then you can see
Yes.
how right. Like it makes sense.
So
That
that's-
makes sense.
That's
That
why it
does make
irritated
sense.
me though.
No, because like it'd be different if Vic Joseph said it, right?
Yes.
Because Vic's like
Yes.
normal on commentary.
But this, like, I watch Booker every week, man. How dare you? You know what I mean?
yeah, it's like it reminds me like kind of similar but unrelated. It's just like not hypocritical like Booker's, but just some of the takes Bully Ray has are so bad. I hate Bully Ray sometimes.
Booker even did some things in the direction of Roxanne Perez, who's like 22 years old or whatever. at
and
the
like
time.
one of his pupils, is she
Yeah.
not? Like, isn't that the whole deal with them?
So, anyways, I found that opinion rich coming from that guy.
Absolutely.
I'll say that. But that's my last one.
Last one I wanted to show, just because I'm happy for him, is AR Fox won the ROH TV title.
Yeah, good for
from
him.
Nick Wayne on the Go Home Before Supercard of Honor. I thought that was really cool. In other news, disappointingly, at the pay-per-view, which was last night at the time of recording, Vanilla Baby did not win the world title.
You were hopeful.
I kind of figured. I did think there's a decent chance. Like, they've been building it for a while, and you were even saying Bandito needs to get out of there.
needs to get.
But I do want to watch that match at some point because I love Billy Christian. I think he's great, and Bandito is Bandito. So that doesn't
Probably
need
a
an
really fun
explanation.
match, yeah.
And I thought it was funny. Shane Taylor Promotions lost the 6-man tag titles in an open challenge. Do you want to guess who they lost the belts to?
Is it a trio that's like a thing?
Yes.
Top Flight?
No.
Who's Action Andretti with? Anybody?
No. He just turned on Leo Rush, actually.
LFI.
No. probably won't get
The
this.
Demand.
No. It's. You want me to tell you?
yeah,
It's Dalton Castle and the Outrunners.
The fact. Oh, okay. I like Dalton Castle.
Okay. So, barring the 3 people I just mentioned, or including them, we're going to play my favorite game called Who's Champion in ROH?
Crap. Okay.
After the pay-per-view. So, give me the world champion since we just said it.
Bandito.
Give me the TV champion. I just said it.
the
I
guy
just
that
told you.
just won it. AR Fox.
There you go. And who are the 6-man tag champs again?
You just said it.
I did just say
Runners and Dalton Castle.
There you go. Okay. All right, good. Next,
it this
women's
week.
champion. After Athena defended it in a survival of the fittest. So
Athena.
It is Athena.
Forever champion.
Pure champion.
Pure women's champion.
Pure male champion. We'll do that first.
Oh, I should know this. Pure male. Lee Moriarty.
It is still Lee Moriarty.
That's crazy.
Good for you.
He's had a good run.
He has. It's not quite Athena, but it is long. We'll do women's pure champion now.
Red Velvet.
No.
Serena Deeb.
No. That's a good guess though.
It is a good guess.
You're close, I think.
I'm close. Deonna Purrazzo.
Yes.
Oh, I love her.
Women's TV title.
Oof. Women's TV title. Do I know this?
Yes. Well, it was so funny. I'm not gonna say anything, but
is that the other one then? Is that Deeb? Is that Red Velvet?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Red
I knew
Velvet.
she
There
had
you go.
something, and she's
yeah.
had it
There
for a
you
long
go.
time too.
And then last one is the tag champs.
I don't know.
One of them wrestled on the pre-show, I think. I don't know.
Should I know this?
Yes.
Because
they've come up already.
Top Flight.
No.
LFI.
Yes.
Okay.
Can you tell me which two?
No, I cannot.
Okay, one of them's Mordos and the other one's Guevara.
Okay.
And finally, I do want, since I remembered, we're gonna play who has which mid card belt in AEW, because this will be important for Dynamite, I guess. Which one does Jon Moxley have? This one you should know.
National.
No.
Continental.
Yes.
Okay.
Which one does Kevin Knight have? This one you should definitely know.
National.
No.
What is it? What else is there?
Your remaining picks are National, International, and TNT.
Oh, International.
No.
TNT.
Yes. Which one does Okada have?
National.
No.
International.
And Davis just won the National.
Stupid. Too many. Dumb. They're all the same.
That's why it's my favorite game to play.
Speaking of that company,
yeah,
we're going to talk about them now. Did not enjoy last week's Dynamite whatsoever.
Was it last week's? That
might
was
be
the,
my least favorite
one?
Could be my least favorite ever.
It was last week. Okay, I was just making.
And a regular listener and commenter was Ghost Jam said that he can tell how bad it is by how much he skipped, and he skipped, and I felt validated by that. All right, let's talk about it right now. It's this past Wednesday's episode of AEW Dynamite. So was this a better episode than last week? Let's talk about it now.
I will wager that it started off much better.
Yes.
Compared to, obviously, the Turner thing is, again, something they had to do. But I would say just even this compared to the opening match was a much more fun way to start the show. I thought we have MJF getting interviewed by Renee. Basically, she's just like reminding him that, like, hey, if you want a rematch, you're going to have to put your hand on the line. And then MJF's like walking away kind of distraught, contemplating it. Then he walks by a group of bald guys. He walks by Sanjay Dutt and Christopher Daniels. More bald guys. John Silver's like flexing. More bald guys. Ciampa and then Ricochet and Goa. Ricochet says, you're going to look great, but not as great as me.
He takes his hat off and says that. Yeah.
I thought this was stupid, but I'm not going to lie. It was really funny to me. I thought it was a funny bit.
I thought it was funny too, and it's one of those things.
It was dumb, but it was funny.
It's dumb, but it's also like if MJF is really that worried about it, if he feels like everybody he looks at, suddenly he's noticing everybody's
right. Like
bald.
He's noticing all the bald people, right?
So
I think it would have been funny to see the Hurt Syndicate too, because he was trying to get in with them, or he wasn't with them for a bit, right? Like,
it was super quick, very different.
I liked it
from the tone of last week.
Yeah,
obviously.
it made me giggle. I thought it was fun. Then we get 10-man tag match. It's Ciampa, FTR, and the Dogs against Cassidy, Bucks, Copeland, and Christian.
That is correct.
Many people. There's some brawling all over the place early on. Some people in the crowd, some people at ringside. It's blah, 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 blah. Cassidy gets beat down for a while. He's the face in peril. Eventually, we get the hot tag out to Nick for the Flurry. And I was saying to you, like, the Nick Jackson hot tag is a lost art.
I thought that this is when the crowd kind of got into it. The Bucks got involved. The pace picked up.
I will say Nick and the Bucks are still great at picking up the pace. It's just the Nick Jackson hot takes used to be like, wow.
Yeah.
He's still going though. He's great. We get the Bucks taking out the Dogs with they're each hitting offense to Connors and Finley in opposite corners. Then we get Stereo Bulldogs kind of coming in each other's direction. It was cool. I thought it was a nice synchronized spot. Then we get Matt the Wrecking Ball drop kick to FTR, and then Nick kind of does the Fosbury flop spot through his legs. That spot we always get. Super kick party ensues. We get Cage with a low blow to cash behind the rest back, then a double super kick to him, and then Cage gets the pin for a 2 count. We get Copeland with the hot tag flurry later on. He hits a double inverted DDT to Dax and Ciampa. Cage hits that. Cesaro dives from Cage, Cassidy, and the Bucks in all 4 corners. And then Copeland hits an Impaler DDT to Connors for 2. We get a smash contraption to Copeland, but Cassidy breaks the pin at 2. Bucks double super kick to Cash to cut off another smash contraption to Cassidy. We get this turning into a sequence where everyone's hitting something. It's pretty hectic. I thought that was great. Connors tries to spear Copeland, accidentally hits Dax instead. Eats a triple super kick from Copeland in the Bucks. Then we get Orange Punch, Copeland spear to Connors for the win. I thought it was obviously you knew it was gonna win. You know the outcome was and this kind of thing, but it was an entertaining opener. I thought did a way better job of starting things off than the opener last week. Like I thought, like
For
super
sure.
harmless fun here, right? I thought like nothing of consequence, but like I like everyone in this match to varying degrees, but like still I like everyone in this match. It kept a solid pace. Everyone got at least some time to shine, and it was fun. Like it was just enjoyable. I thought.
Yeah, I thought the Bucks got a good reaction. I thought Copeland's hot tag got a good reaction. I made a couple notes. I don't remember why. Something about a watch that Stokely stole? ? They were talking about it on commentary.
Yes, I do remember them talking about it. Now I don't remember why though.
And I thought there was a bit of awkwardness right before the smash contraption to Copeland, and like I thought this was a lot of fun. But the only problem is with this many people in it, I feel like certain people don't get a chance to shine. Like I thought
probably Finley.
Connors was barely visible. Maybe the dogs in general.
I thought Connors was okay. It was more so Finley for me. I felt was like,
even Ciampa wasn't really represented in this. Like if you think about your recap, you didn't really talk Ciampa at all.
That's true.
Christian too, but apparently he got cut pretty badly near his eye or something.
I think
so. He was out for a bit and then able to do certain things near the end. So like really entertaining, but it's not like there's too many guys, so nobody really gets a showcase, right?
Yeah.
So that's just kind of how it is. But the live crowd was pretty into it, and I thought it was a lot more fun than the start last week for sure.
Then we get another Ospreay Death Rider segment. I remember saying to you they were cutting this. I'm like, Garcia better not be speaking again. And he was.
But it was minimal.
It was fine. Yeah. Like I'm not gonna complain about it too much. It's just it was worth noting. Ospreay is bridging back like to condition his neck, which I like because we know that's like a practical thing to be doing, right? I like that. So he's bridging. They're on a rooftop this time. They're not in the bunker. They're on like this mat. Mox is demonstrating, I think, a hold on Yuta, right?
Yes.
And then Ospreay's bridging back on his neck, so he's like kind of like upside down, but he's facing Mox and Yuta, so he's watching them while he's doing this.
And one thing I like this week is, okay, Garcia talked, but instead of Garcia and Yuta like giving Ospreay advice, Yuta's in the scene, but it's so Moxley can beat on him.
But they're using him in the proper way,
as like
right.
a dummy to just beat on.
Yes, which is like
more on
always
brand
kind of in that role, yeah.
For Yuta.
Mox asks if Ospreay remembers winning Best of Super Juniors. He says Ospreay was carefree back then, flew like a bird. He says he can still fly, he's just more dangerous, and now he's a bird of prey. When he goes out there, he shouldn't be going to protect anything, but he'd go out to give something. I thought this was solid. I thought this was a good one. I liked it again. Mox always has a good delivery with these, right? Like, I like what he said last week better, but I thought like what he said here was still solid, and like it didn't resonate with me much in the moment. But then once I saw the execute of the match, I think it works a little better for me. Again, I like Ospreay doing the bridge back the whole time because it reminded me of like Dempsey's got a crazy neck bridge, and like I feel like Sabre did that a lot too, right? So I like that just kind of
a Charlie Dempsey thing too.
Dempsey was really good at it. I like the rooftop setting a little better too. But my main thing was whether or not this was really good will hinge on how the match, like how Ospreay seems to change in the match. Right?
I like this a lot better than I wasn't a big fan of the Death Riders thing last week. I like this a lot better. I feel like it was more Moxley and Ospreay were the focus where it should be, and like I said, Yuta's in there, but it's because he's taking a beating as a demonstration, right? Which is more of what he kind of does. Moxley's delivery is excellent as always. I thought what he said this week was better. It sounded more like useful, concrete advice to me. Helped me connect better with why Ospreay might want to train with Moxley, because he's like, you can still do your flying stuff, but we've got to like tweak some other things, right?
I will say I liked it once we saw the execution of the match. Like I think that helped as well.
Moxley didn't sound like a heel here, which again is not a complaint, just an observation.
No, because like. And his character tends to be that weird complexion where he walks the line. He sometimes goes back, but like
it's kind of an interesting wrinkle.
I agree, and it doesn't. It's because I think there's a difference between what his character is like and like what people joke about with, like Big Show, where he just turns heel and face all the time. Like Big Show, it's always black and white. Like he's either heel or face, and he's just flipping back and forth all the time. Moxley, it's like. I always thought we always kind of noticed this with Blackpool. Is like they kind of shift the way the story needs them to be. Like they would be babyface fighting Jericho, Appreciation Society, but then like remember they were like bullying the Elite for a while, and that was awesome, right? Like they kind of same with Death Riders now. I thought Death Riders would just always be healed, but it's just the nature of how they formed, right? Like the Danielson
murdering
thing.
Danielson,
right? I assume they would just be heels, but again, they kind of operate like Blackpool, where they kind of operate the way they need to, and. I was initially really against babyface Death Riders because I was like, when are we turning on Moxley? But I mean, I do kind of like where we've ended it up. I'm still a little disappointed we never got that, but like we could circle back.
Yeah.
But even if we don't, like I do think like Moxley going babyface and Death Riders kind of being heel with him being babyface, and then they're kind of babyfacing against Death Riders, and it was against the Callis family, right? And so it's kind of interesting now, and like they were heel against Ospreay, now they're helping Ospreay, and I do think it's kind of working. I do. Think I like it.
I wouldn't say I love this storyline yet, but I was
It's getting there.
I enjoyed this one way more than last week, for sure.
And we'll talk more about that, I think, once we see the Ospreay match later on. But then we get Stadium Stampede package, nothing to note there. Then we get promo with the Demand. Ricochet talks about Davis beating Perry for the national title with his help. Andrade and Davis now have the chafe. That's what I wrote.
They got the chafe.
That's my way to say that they're on Ricochet's team for Stadium Stampede. And the Dogs also have the chafe.
They do.
They are... Finley's angry at the Bucks.
I worry about the Dogs.
I don't like this. To say that we like the Death Riders thing, and I did not like this. I don't understand why so many people I like are getting sucked in this stupid Jericho bullshit. I don't get why there's so many people when Jericho's not in a group. Like, I told you, like, it'd be different if Jericho had the Inner Circle or Jazz, where like he's got a set amount of guys, and it's like, okay, Ricochet needs to find X amount of guys to fill out a team to fight Jericho's group. Jericho doesn't have a group. No. He has people he needs to team with him. So this one balloons to a 7-on-7, which I will talk about in a moment. But that's my first thing is I don't know why these people are there. There's so many of them when Jericho's on a group. But if Goa aren't wrestling in this, which would be weird, then the Dogs coming in makes sense for the numbers purposes. Doesn't make sense. But
the graphic showed them all.
Goa are in this. It's 7-on-7. Why the hell is it so packed? Do we not have anything better for half these guys? Like we just had remember after Dynasty when Omega lost to MJF and him and Ospreay had that really touching segment?
Yeah. I know.
Why is he in this? Why are the Bucks in this? You want to give the Dogs something to do? Have the Dogs face the Bucks in a tag match. I would love to see that. I will gladly take Finlay and Connors facing them. Have Finlay and Connors beat the Bucks. Why are Finlay and Connors in this? I like Clark Connors.
I don't know what they're... This gave me like 80s Survivor Series vibes where...
Yes. Yeah.
Where like they have a reason to put together like the A-list guys, and then they just the rest is just like random.
The mid cards, it's like babyface group A, and then heel group B, and then.
But the Hulkamaniacs, there's some story there, and they all have issues with the heels, and then the lower card ones is just stick them all together.
Right.
That's what it felt like to me.
And I like the Stadium Stampede matches. They're fun. And like Anarchy in the Arena has always been a great time.
But this build sucks.
This one sucks. Because like last year, it's like, okay, Death Riders are the big heel faction. Say what you want about the Copeland feud. And like, obviously, the Death Riders aren't perfect, but they're the big heel imposing force, right? They're beating up everybody. They're running roughshod of the roster. We need a babyface team to fight them, right? Or like the year before that was when the Elite, then the Bucks were doing like the big corporate heel things, right? Like, so they're the big group and we need people to fight them. Or before that, it was the Blackpool Elite feud that were like, that's a faction feud. That one makes sense. This one's Jericho fighting a small faction.
Yeah. And 7-on-7.
Now it's 7. This one's bigger than any of the other ones we had.
And less meaningful. Considerably.
I hope to God this match is fun as hell, because I don't care.
I know.
Right now.
I guess we'll see.
It bothers me because it's a fun match type to do for faction feuds or feuds against one faction, whether it's two factions or one. Like, it's fun. But I was thinking, like, because initially I was like, okay, but you're going to do Death Riders United Empire maybe, because maybe the Ospreay feud's going to, but then they did that on Dynamite, and then I was like, oh, maybe they're going to turn on Moxley. Obviously, that didn't happen, but now they're doing something else with Death Riders, so that's not going to be a thing.
Nope.
Why wouldn't we build something to do like Don Callis family? I know Fletcher's gone, but like Fletcher and Alexander are gone, but like there's still enough. Why wouldn't you do like some sort of Callis family one? Maybe?
Anything, literally anything.
Like, because even if, okay, let's say obviously with Callis family, Fletcher and Alexander are injured. Okada and Takeshita are boiled in their own shit.
Yeah.
But like still, you could do Andrade and Clone and Davis and I don't know, but you could do
There's like, 20 guys in that.
At least it would be a faction. I don't know why we're doing it. It bothers me. Anyways. Mike Bailey's in a squash match. The jobber guy misses up a thing there.
Because he's supposed to be like, he can sort of athletically hang with Bailey and he's flippy and stuff too, and then he bungles something in the ropes pretty badly.
So that sucked. He misses a springboard. Speedball hits that kick in the corner. Ultimate weapon for the win. This is fine. It sucks for the guy.
Commentary basically point out this is momentum. He's won 3 in a row, so it's to keep Bailey. Because I think we're getting towards a Knight Bailey situation at some point, right? Whether they're friendly about it or not. So this is just keeping Bailey relevant.
Yeah. Then we get Kevin Knight because he came out with Speedball, so they're just going right back to back. It's Kevin Knight doing TNT Championship Open Challenge. It's not Jay White, but it is a return. It's Brian Cage.
We watched this live again this week because you were really hoping you wouldn't get spoiled if you were watching live and it would be Jay White returning. It's not.
It was not. It's
As
Brian Cage.
Rocking a Jay White shirt and jacket today as we toured Toronto.
And I was like, oh man, because like I like Brian Cage, but one, I knew there wasn't gonna be a drill claw. Two, he's not gonna win.
No.
So it's
we got neither of those things.
Really, what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Knight goes for a satellite DDT. Cage throws him off, hits a super kick. Knight goes for a suicide dive. I think Cage was meant to catch him, like to counter, and it didn't pan out. Then he ends up getting him up anyways. F5 on the apron.
Kind of a cool save, actually.
Yeah.
Still showcased Cage's strength for sure, but it wasn't what was supposed to happen.
Then we get a springboard dropkick from Knight. Knight goes for a toe pick on Hilo. Cage catches him and lifts him for a powerbomb, but Knight counters, hits a Hurricane Rana, send him into the steps. We get outside in superplex from Cage for 2, which always looks awesome. I do love that. Speedball with a springboard moonsault to take out Archer. Knight jumps over a discus slayer from Cage, hits a silent DT for 2. After some struggle, Knight gets an avalanche Hurricane Rana, hits a UFO splash for the win. Speedball gets a mic, congratulates Knight. Knight welcomes back Brian Cage. He says he's still standing and still champion, but he can't get over the fact that he lost last week. Speedball says everyone knows he's a future world champion, and Knight thanks everyone for the support, but now Speedball wants to go for Darby, so he's going to face the winner of the main event.
I don't know. Go ahead. Your thoughts first.
I thought it was a good TV match. Like, Cage never had a chance, which is unfortunate. And it sucks he lost his return match, which some people pointed out, and I do agree that sucks for him. But he's going to be... I think he's pigeonholed. We know where he stands, right? Like, so I'm not saying it's like... I don't think you ruined his chances of becoming a main eventer here. Like,
no.
It's just not going to happen. I'm sorry. I wish it was Jay White, especially since we predictably saw no drill call here. So what was the point? But it was a solid win for Knight, though. Post-match was solid. And Speedball Darby sounds like an awesome match to get. So I'm really excited. And like, so this is solid.
Yeah, I don't think Cage was a hit for the live crowd as an open challenge.
It did not get a pop. Like, I thought he looked solid.
Yes. I doubt many people have been missing him too much, though.
I kind of forgot he's gone. I like him.
I thought when Knight took over the match, the crowd energy picked up. And then I thought Cage got a run later on that looked a lot better. Somehow, if it's possible, he looks maybe more jacked.
He looks more roided than usual.
But seemed a little less mobile than he was at peak, I would say. Knight's super cool, but it was tough for me to get really into this. There was some cool offense from both guys, but it was, like you said, we knew what this was going to end in, and it wasn't off the charts enough to make me forget. And then, the post-match stuff sets up what should be an awesome match for Speedball.
Yeah.
And Jet Speed, again, I'm just happy they keep being relevant for as long as they are.
So since they crushed my dreams here, let's see how the Owen Hart bracket comes out. And they crushed my dreams again. So we have it's 8-man again. It's 4 first rounders. It's Samoa Joe versus Will Ospreay, Mark Davis versus Jack Perry, Claudio Castagnoli versus Brody King, Swerve Strickland versus Bandito. So no Jay White, no wild card. Bleh. So I think I like everyone in here, right? I think it's a solid lineup.
I would have preferred someone other than Perry, but
I agree. My other issues, so my thing is, I think a lot of these matches don't need, or not a lot of these matches, but a couple of them don't need to be in here. Swerve Bandito felt like someone we were building up. So the fact that it's in the tournament kind of bothers me because, I mean, I guess it makes sense, and like you can have then Swerve maybe lose and cost Bandito the next match.
It can be like a beat in their story, not the culmination.
I agree, but I do think that also could have been their own thing.
And Perry and Davis a rematch.
Perry, I don't like being there because they just had a match for the title. Neither of them have a shot at winning this tournament. No offense. And Davis should be locked into the belt. He just won. If we're gonna if we're gonna put a Callis guy in here, why isn't Andrade in here? He wants the world title. Why not put him in there? And then Andrade Oscar, right? Like, I will say he made me laugh later. I would and obviously why I wanted Switchblade. I knew it wasn't. I know Ospreay's winning this, but could we have made it less obvious that Ospreay's gonna win? It's Ospreay Swerve, I feel like, in the finale. And Ospreay Bandito. Ospreay Bandito. That'd be nice. My other thing was, if we're gonna pick a Death Fighter, could we not pick Pac instead of Claudio? We've done Claudio and Brody King before.
Yes.
Not saying that'll be a bad match. I'm sure it'll be great.
Yeah.
It's
I'd
just
rather
Pac Brody King sounds really cool.
And Perry can probably get his win back without Davis losing the belt too, if they want to do that route. I don't know if AEW always does that.
Although I don't remember I don't remember if I can find it, but if I can't, because you could do, I would say, I'm pretty sure Davis and Perry and Joe and Ospreay are.
It certainly looks like a vehicle for Will Ospreay.
It is, right? And I would say, fine. Okay, yeah, I think Davis wins. against Perry, because
I
then
hope so.
you have Ospreay Davis in the semis, and Ospreay can get his win back.
That would be sick.
Without Davis losing the belt.
Yeah.
I think that's the more important thing.
I hope
because
so.
Well, think about it this way. You just had Davis destroy Ospreay's neck. Basically, the reason Ospreay hasn't wrestled for like the better part of a month.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's riding high as national champion. He'll beat Perry again.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Ospreay come back for revenge. And then if you want, you could blow it off with another match later down the line, right? So I think the way this goes is, for the one side of the brackets, obviously Ospreay beats Joe. Davis beats Perry. Ospreay beats Davis. Ospreay's in the finals. Swerve Bandito, I think it could go either way. I would love to see Ospreay Bandito in the finals, but for me, it feels like you do Swerve over Bandito here.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he wins nefariously.
Yeah,
so then Bandito has a reason to want another match. And then I would probably do Brody over Claudio, since Brody's been like world title adjacent a lot.
I think so.
And then that semi also works, because then you have a Brody Swerve rematch,
mm-hmm.
which is nice. Now the sucky part is obviously Brody King loses to Swerve again, but maybe not, but he probably will.
Yeah,
and then you just Swerve Ospreay in the finals. Like, I think this is a pretty predictable tournament, unfortunately. Doesn't mean it's going to be a bad one. Like, I like everyone in here.
Predictable doesn't mean bad.
Bingo it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, it's a little too predictable for my liking, and maybe I would have liked a couple bigger names. But it's a solid bracket, I thought.
Yeah,
like, a little disappointing, but not bad by any means, I thought. Okay, next up, it's a Perry promo. What a coincidence. He talks about Davis, needing help and yada yada. He cheated, so he's no champion to him. He's built like an Australian grizzly bear, which is true, but he still needed help to beat him. He will crack him over the head at Stadium Stampede because anything goes. And he says they'll also be fighting in the Owen. He'll prove he's better than Davis and is the future world champion. So it's solid. I don't think this match needs to be in the Owen, but it's whatever. And it also bothers me that they're facing off the Owen if they're like also going to be facing off in Stadium Stampede.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I know, it's a lot.
They've already wrestled twice, because remember, Perry beat him once on I think it was the Dynasty pre-show, because I know we watched that match. And they just, obviously, Davis just won the title in another match. Now they're going to be in this multi-man thing together, then they're going to be in the tournament match.
And if you really want to push Davis, no offense to Perry, I feel like he should smash Perry and move on.
I agree.
To something else.
Because I like Perry. I like him, but I like him better in Jurassic Express.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And also, I want Jurassic Express to get another tag title run. They're great. Anyways, next we go Will Ospreay, Ace Austin, which I on the paper I was really excited for this one. I'm not gonna lie. We're pretty big fans of Ace Austin.
Yep.
I think he's pretty
and
underrated.
I'm assuming we haven't seen this before.
I don't think we've seen this before, because like I don't think they would have faced off in New Japan, because when Austin was in TNA. He was in Bullet Club for a bit. He was under the Jay White regime, right? Because remember, ABC were in Bullet Club, and that's when they started teaming. Yeah. So like this, he could have maybe faced Ospreay then, but I don't think he did. And then obviously Ospreay was only in Impact for a few matches. Remember, he had the Speedball match was awesome. The Alexander match was awesome. I think that was it. Anyways, so I don't think this is something we've ever seen before. And for those who don't know, Ace Austin's sick. I think I was saying this the other week. I think with the Okada match or something else like that. Like, I'm hoping the more he's getting these TV matches where he gets to look good, the more people like kind of come around on him. Mm-hmm. Like, which I think was kind of the effect of Speedball. Mm-hmm. Like, obviously I'd say Speedball's more likely to happen because he's so flashy in your face. Like, it's just so eye catching. And Ace Austin's not quite that, but like he does a lot of unique things. And I do hear his offense getting some reactions in the matches
every time.
Right. So I'm hoping that he gets a little more over, and people like Bang Bang Gang. Like Juice is crazy over, and people really like the Guns now, which is still crazy all these years later. And hey, I love the Guns. I think they're great. And Ace Austin, like I was always really happy to join them because, like I said, he was in Bullet Club under the Jay White regime, so it makes sense now.
And he can't do stuff on his own.
He can't, no.
Unfortunately,
and since he's joined Bang Bang Gang, has Jay White been here? No. But when Jay White gets there, it'll make sense.
Yeah.
Also worth noting, he was the one that Lee Moriarty beat on Supercard of Honor.
Okay.
Apropos of nothing, I don't know why that match happened, but yeah, he got a pure title shot and lost.
Poor guy.
So good for him, I guess. Holds and counters early on. Ospreay did do the neck bridge, so that did pay off. I did like that.
Yeah.
Last chance where he locked in from Austin. Shout out to that guy, I guess.
Redacted.
Yeah. But Ospreay eventually gets the ropes. Austin squats with Ospreay on his shoulders and hits a DVD for 2 because he's got the craziest quads in the game.
He does. Quadzilla.
He is Quadzilla. That should be his name. We do then him and Davis and his Dunkzilla versus Quadzilla. That'd be great. Austin's the kind of guy I could see winning the national title because like that title just kind of gets defended randomly all the time.
Who has that one again?
I just mentioned Davis. So you could have just guessed.
Moxley has the Continental. That's
there you go. Good job. That's the one you should. I mean, you should know the Kesha one too because
They're all
Or
the
not,
same.
sorry, not Takeshita, Okada, because we see him a lot.
International.
There you go.
Hey.
Good job. And then Knight, you really, if you thought about it enough, you should know, because we see most of them on a weekly basis
know,
right
but they're
now.
all the same. That's details I don't pay attention to.
Okay.
Clearly.
Yeah, standing sky twister from Osprey for 2. We get slingshot plancha from Austin. Diving forward from Osprey, then an Oz cutter for 2. I really like this spot. So Austin's on the apron, Osprey's seated in the corner. Austin kind of comes in and over and does like a head scissors from the corner. It's really cool. I like it. And then we get this unique pin from Austin for 2. Kind of Darby Allin-esque, where it looks like it could get the job done. I thought that was cool. A really cool swinging flatliner from Austin for 2. I don't remember it right now, but I know it was cool. Osprey gets the better of a really cool strike exchange. Springboard and Seguri out of the corner from Austin, where he kind of rope steps from the apron and then hops up to the corner, spins around. It's really nice. Osprey counters the fold, hits a quick hidden blade. He looks like he's going up for it again, but he thinks twice about it. He punts the bad arm of Austin, which he's been targeting all match, and makes him quick tap in an armbar, which I thought was cool. Osprey shows respect to Austin. Then Samoa Joe's music hits and he comes out with Shibata and Bowens. Thankfully, not Hook. Joe says he wants to make sure Osprey's listening because he's had a hard time of hearing him lately. But now they meet in the opening round of the Owen. He says Osprey could have made a choice to potentially have a bye because that's what he does for his friends, but he made a different choice. He chose to be Mox's lapdog. He says Osprey has made his choice and he'll make him suffer the consequences at Double or Nothing. He'll leave Osprey be for tonight, but the ops feel slighted and he won't leash his friends. So Bones and Shibata are like heading in the ring. They get up on the apron. They're about to attack. Mox's music hits. The Death Riders appear in full force, which I saw someone else talking about this too. Like, Osprey's basically a Death Rider now. Like, they came out in full force. They didn't wait for him to get beat down. They came out before anyone touched him, and all of them came out. I even mentioned it to you in the moment. I think I was like, wow, they're all here. Because usually, like, it tends to be the Claudio or Pac that's missing, I feel like, right?
Yes.
So that was cool. Death Riders get up on the apron, and then the ops back off. I will say there was something oddly satisfying for me about, like, Bowens and Shibata when they'd be looking at their breath, and then, like, the music hits. You can see Bowens is kind of just like, I don't know, the way that Death Riders came in, I thought, for some reason, I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, there was also a spot in this where Osprey stomped the arm, which was like commentary pointing out he was a little more vicious than usual. So I thought a really good match.
I really liked it. Yeah,
Ace Austin got a lot in this.
He looked great again. I think between this and the showing against Okada a couple weeks ago, he's been looking pretty strong, and I hope this and the Osprey endorsement after the match get him that popularity, like I was talking about, right?
Yeah, and
I think he's great.
Osprey did a good job of showing that Moxie has influenced him, but that he's not completely changed his style. I agree.
Like, it wasn't a ton, but the arm targeting felt unlike him. And commentary even pointed out that he doesn't win by submission ever.
And that it's kind of, I guess, a compliment to Austin that Osprey needed to tap into this extra bit from Death Riders to win.
I like it because, Austin was pushing him for a while, right?
And the aftermath, even though I don't understand why the ops are so upset with Osprey, but like at least it adds some sort of color to the match that Joe and Osprey are going to have.
I agree.
Right? So there's that. I tried to get you to train with me and you refused and went with them, so now I'm going to punish you.
And maybe that's all it is. Maybe you just wanted Osprey to train with him because Osprey is, like, best in the world. And it could just be as simple feud as that, right? Because sometimes that's what we get.
So it puts a little something extra into a random tournament match for them.
I agree. I do like that we're juicing that a bit because it makes sense to have something to Osprey's journey, right? Which also makes it more clear to me that MJF's winning against Darby for sure.
Seems like it.
Like Austin, I thought looked great here, and I really do hope showings like this get him more love from the fans because he does a lot of cool stuff that's just different, right? Like, he's one of those guys that I just enjoy watching because he feels like he's operating a little different from everyone else, and I think he's really cool. And like you were saying, I liked seeing Osprey implement the Death Rider tactics. I felt like largely the same but different enough where it felt like the story is paying off, right? Like, it felt worthwhile, and I like that. He like I said, commentary pointed out the submission victory, which never happens, and he did do the neck bridge, so I like that. And so it's interesting to see how the Death Rider boot camp will factor into the match with Joe, as well as like just the tournament in general, right? Like, maybe we'll see Osprey progressively get more like he did in this Austin match, right? And I thought the post match was solid.
Yep.
Then we get an interview with Takeshita, and I think Callis was there as well.
He was.
MJF interrupts and says it's been a minute since he talked to Takeshita. He mentioned beating him 3 years ago, but he's seen Takeshita develop, and he likes the idea of seeing them face off for the world title. I do like the bringing up the history because I did forget, like, babyface Takeshita back in the day, back when he was like that crazy discovery of ours.
Yes.
He did face MJF. I do remember that because it was in the build to the Danielson MJF Iron Man match, I believe. Anyways, Takeshita shakes his hand while smiling, saying something in Japanese, and he leaves. MJF says Takeshita needs to win tonight so he doesn't end up as a bald freak, and then he even says like no offense. He hands Don his Dynamite ring when things get hairy, which if that's an intentional line, that's great.
That's funny.
I think that's really funny. And then Andrade comes in, takes his hat off, and just like does one like those hair flip things. Like he's just flexing his flowing hair, which I thought was hilarious. Callis hypes up Takeshita bringing the world title back to the family, and Andrade says, "How you know?" And he also wants to be the next guy going for the title, which I like. I thought this was solid, honestly. Like I thought MJ was good. I like that he's like he'll take anybody being Jarvis, so he doesn't have to withhold that or uphold that stipulation, right?
Yes.
And honestly, Andrade made this segment for me. I thought him hair flexing on MJF was so funny. I thought, and again,
if it's like, it could almost be like if we were in MJF's mind, like maybe Andrade isn't even doing it that aggressively, but to MJF, right?
Right.
Like, it's just like
he's just like maybe like in MJF's mind, his hair's like in his face, hitting him in the face, something like that, right?
And I don't know, the how you know stuff is working for me for some reason.
I'm not hating it. I thought the hair flip was the funniest part, but
because I feel like it makes it awkward for the other person when he just keeps going, how you know, and it's like Callis is kind of like this silver-tongued guy. It's almost going to catch him off guard because like how can you keep explaining everything? It's like when like I said, a little kid keeps going, but why,
and like eventually you run out of explanations, right?
Yes,
that's not bad. All right. Then we get the women's bracket, which I think is a little better, but still strange to me in some ways.
I don't even remember it.
It's Persephone versus Hazuki, who's from Japan.
Okay.
Willow versus Windsor. We get Athena versus Mina and Sky Blue versus Sari, which is an interesting surprise.
Oh, wow.
I heard Sari might be out, though. So
okay.
I don't know why Sky Blue's here, but it'll be cool to see Sari there, though. As long as she has the magical necklace still.
That's right. And changes.
And she has to change her.
Morphs as she enters.
She does have to do that, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even make notes on it because I don't remember seeing it, but sure. Doesn't sound like a great lineup, to be honest.
It sounds fine, honestly. I'm not, like, this one, it feels, because I forgot who's champion. It's Tekla.
Yeah.
I feel like you go with Mina or Willow.
Willow, I hope.
Probably Willow. But then my thing is, like, I guess I think you need a champion versus champion for them.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why I don't love having the three outsiders here.
I know.
It's like, there's no way they're winning.
Right, they're not getting that
I just hope the matches are good with this one, at least.
Me too.
Then we get a conglomeration interview. Cassie mentions their tag title shot, and they still need to decide on who it will be. O'Reilly suggested it's Roddy and Cassie because he wants to go after Mox's Continental title, which I liked. Willow also has gold, and she's in the own again. She's won it before, and she'll do it again, so she can have all the gold. Cassie wants to do the word of the day, so Roddy shouts Mark, and he comes back. Briscoe's back. The word of the day is reunification, and he wants Ciampa's ass next week. I thought it was fun. The energy was wild again. I do miss the Briscoe conglomeration promo, so that was nice to see. And I liked O'Reilly calling a shot here because I like that we're remembering his epic triumph last year. And if we're booking that as a title match for the pay-per-view, which hopefully they do, I would give O'Reilly the belt because I don't think Mox needs it, and O'Reilly earned it.
I can't see.
I don't think so, but I would love it if they did.
Yeah, they're going back to the well of Briscoe speaking gibberish, right? It was just deja. It's fine.
Yeah. I like it.
For that conglomeration, it fits them, right? They're not a super serious group, so that's fine.
Yeah. Like, okay, why can we do them versus the Callis family?
Right.
Why are we doing Jericho stuff?
I know.
Doesn't make sense. Then we get Sheeta and the Brawling Birds taking on Triangle Madness. Unfortunately, all three of them are wrestling.
All three of them.
We get Hart and Tekla doing their in the rope holds in the corner, which, like, Julia Hart's not long enough to do the tarantula thing. It looks bad. I don't like it. Blue drop kicks the Birds while they're in the holds. Sheeta hot tag. Birds hit a boot rush and leg sweep to Tekla. Sequence with everybody. The Birds look for the finisher. Tekla hits Hater with the belt for the DQ. Triangle beat them down. Hart missed the ref. Sheeta abandons the Birds while Willow, Thunder Rosa, and Mina make the save. I thought this was fine. I thought DQ finish felt like a cop-out, and the post-match was interesting, so it was okay. I just don't want to see the Sisters of Sin. I do like Tekla.
I made a note that there was, my note says, barricade balancing stuff, too much work for the payoff.
Because, like,
it was Sky Blue.
Sky Blue couldn't do it, and then I forget what the payoff even was.
So, I think they just ran her into the apron or something. I don't know. Crowd was not super into this. I thought the final third was better than the rest, but it was almost annoying because it felt like it was just starting to build and get going, and then they went for like a belt shot DQ. Which doesn't
I agree.
happen
I thought the finish felt anticlimactic, and I feel like sometimes when they do a DQ, it's better used than this.
And it's also starting to feel like this episode, everybody is in a group and that group has a problem with another group, whether it's really necessary or not. Starting to almost feel repetitive. You get a huge tag match. Then we start talking about a Jericho 7-on-7, and then it's the Death Riders, the Ops, conglomeration.
This one felt like less like that for me and more of Tekla's facing like 2 of the 3 people on that team. So it's like, it felt more like the pay-per-view preview thing for me.
Yeah, I like factions, but right now it's a lot of multi-peopled stuff going on.
Then we get Roosh High Package, which goes over his accolades and some highlights of him.
Heck yes.
Another cool one. This was nice.
Keep the Roosh push going. I'm all for it.
And then we need him to start beating actual people.
Yes, that would be good.
Then we get main event. It's Darby Allin defending the world title against Konosuke Takeshita. It was going to be Okada, but then apparently he actually did have family matters in Japan, so they subbed in Takeshita. Which
how you know?
Gets me no complaints from me.
I need to get that audio drop and just play it all the time.
If anything, I'm a little more excited to see this because we've seen them face off before, and also I love Takeshita.
And also,
I mean, I was excited for Okada Darby. Don't get me wrong, but
on paper and in actuality, I think Takeshita Darby's a more interest, just because we always say like Takeshita's more believable just laying in punishment.
Yeah,
and Darby's the guy to take it, right? Especially in the storyline of he's doing too much too often and he's wearing down.
Yeah. And Takeshita is sick. We only have one match between them so far, which I think was at the beginning of 2024.
Yeah.
And Takeshita won that clean, so
nice.
That's cool.
Does he win it clean to win the title here? That's the question.
I wish. I thought it was funny explaining it to Lily, like, who doesn't understand wrestling. I was telling her about how we like Takeshita, and she was like, "Oh, so you think he's gonna win the belt?" I'm like, "I know he's not."
Yeah.
And then like, obviously, though I want him to, it's like,
yeah. It's not happening.
Yeah. Anyways, Takeshita goes for the power drive knee against the steps moved beside the ring, which I always forget to mention that before they do the spots. But yeah, the steps are like moved beside the ring instead of on the corner, right? He goes for the knee, misses, and it kind of tumbles over the steps. And then Darby runs up the steps and drop kicks him. We get Darby going for a coffin drop on the apron. Takeshita catches him, blue thunderbomb to the floor from the apron, which looked awesome. Takeshita counters a code red attempt, turns into that bastard driver wheelbarrow German combo he always does.
Love it.
Takeshita crushes Darby in the corner with a boot and lifts him in the corner. He gets him up, and then he does an avalanche German suplex, keeps the bridge for 2. Darby landed high
angle too.
Looked awesome.
Yeah.
Power drive need for 2 as well. El Clone comes down for the distraction, and Callis hands Takeshita MJF's ring. He does not want to use it. Small package from Darby for a near fall. Big forearm from Takeshita. Avalanche, Code Red, and Last Supper from Darby to get a near fall. Coffin drop on the apron actually hits, which that never happens. Scorpion Death drop on the steps from Darby. Then coffin drop to Takeshita laying on the floor. Gets a near fall. Takeshita gets the knees up. Rolls Darby with a crucifix for 2. Power drive knee. Darby counters a power bomb into the Scorpion Death lock. Takeshita is able to get to the ropes. Darby immediately lets go. 2 coffin drops, and he gets the win. Then after the match, Darby gets a mic and tells him to come out here to sign the contract for Double or Nothing. MJ's music hits, and he comes out as we're getting like the full contract signing set up. The table and chairs are getting set up. A lot of bald chants. Darby immediately signs. They don't even say anything. MJF's going to sign. He hesitates. He's second guessing it. He gets a mic. Says Darby looks like he has rabies because Darby is like kind of drooling, right? Remember?
He was.
Yeah. He says he hopes Darby has had fun holding his championship because deep down there's a small part of him that feels bad for Darby because he'll never get back here. He's got as good of a shot at winning the title again as Hangman does, which, while painful, I thought that was really funny. He says everyone knows Darby's a prick who got lucky, and everyone will know he was too reckless and too stupid to stay on top. He says his legacy will be becoming a 3-time world champion at 30 years old, and he will go down as the greatest of all time. When it comes to pro wrestling, he is the mountaintop. Darby tells him to shut up. He cares about living in the moment, and in this moment, he wants MJF to sign so he can make him a bald-headed bitch. MJF signs while staring down Darby, and then he attacks him. We get the ring cleared of all the tables and chairs and stuff, and then he decks Darby with his ring, holds up the belt. Maybe a bad sign. Drops on Darby. He goes to leave, then he comes back. He wants to hit Darby with that avalanche tombstone, which I feel like we haven't seen in a while. But then we get Kevin Knight running in, and MJF does bail.
Yeah, great match. Takeshita looked like an absolute beast. And again, the issues with Callis kind of playing into the finish as
I knew
he's leaning babyface. Takeshita is. Darby continues terrific run of main event TV matches. I think this is my second favorite after Ciampa.
I said that exactly. As a diehard Takeshita fan, obviously I loved it. I think the Ciampa match is slightly better, but Takeshita is awesome and he's a beast. I never tire of watching him.
2 guys are amazing at what they do with styles that go together perfectly, right? We say it all the time. Darby's the perfect opponent for so much of the talent on this roster who are really good at hitting offense.
And Takeshita
right?
can dish out good punishment to anybody.
So the damage continues to pile up for Darby because Takeshita beat the hell out of him here. And then I like the kind of, they're sort of laying it out as MJF is concerned about establishing and protecting his legacy. So it's legacy the versus Darby. Like, I don't care. I'm living in the moment.
Yeah.
I don't care what my legacy is. I want to fight people all the time whenever I can, right? I'm not trying to have the longest title run ever. I'm trying to just fight whenever people want to fight me. And I think that's a cool
I do really like it, yeah.
sort of thing.
And I thought the contract signing was a surprisingly brief one.
Yes.
I guess because it was post-match, it makes sense.
Yes.
But for contract signings, it was pretty brief, which is fine. I really liked it, and that match should be great. And I'm hoping we get something with Takeshita and Okada next week because I think that's my most anticipated match for Double or Nothing. I'm really excited for Takeshita Okada.
Yes, so better show than last week for sure. Still a little below average for me. Again, repetitive kind of big groups having problems with each other. Main event was great. Opener was fun. Death Rider Ospreay segment was better than last week. So what did you... I have mine written down.
I feel like I like more stuff this week. Like, I thought the opener was fun. The main event was really good. I really enjoyed Ospreay Austin as well. Death Rider stuff was good. I really hated the Jericho stuff for the demand.
That's a minus for sure.
I didn't, but it was quick. The brackets were... The announcement was something notable. Cage Night was good, if not, like, predictable. I thought it was pretty solid. I'm going to go, like, probably a low end, but a B.
I went B minus.
I thought so.
Yeah, I think I was C last week or C minus.
Yeah.
So, did not waste my time this week. Still entertained for the most part and hoping for an even better one next week. All right, that's our Dynamite review. Now we'll shift gears into a little bit of trivia. I will quiz Jack on a topic of my choosing. We call it Off the Top of His Head. I'm actually going back to cage side seats for a few more of those Guess the Wrestler in 5 clues.
Oh, I forgot about this. Yeah,
I kind of enjoyed them. I
did.
thought it was fun. So we'll do the
I
last.
liked the couple I randomly got first try.
They do one every day, so I'll do like 3 days worth. We'll start with today. All right. So, number 1, former WWF/E tag champ.
David Boy Smith.
Ooh. Davey Boy Smith is, I don't think, correct. Former NWA World Heavyweight Champion.
NWA champion that would have won a tag champ. I mean, Ric Flair.
All right. Ric Flair is not correct. Trained by Larry Sharp. That's not that helpful.
I have no idea who Larry Sharp is. NWA champion would have been, like, I'm trying to think who's NWA champion that would have been, like, that would work for that.
World Heavyweight Champ, sorry. Yeah, and
NWA World Champ and then WWE Tag Champ. Because who was in NWA that would have been, like, trained by Larry Sharp. So, I mean, they can't be that old.
I don't even know who Larry Sharp is.
Me neither, but, like, I assume Larry Sharp is old, so they would have to be less old.
Take a guess.
NWA. I'm trying to think who actually works.
You're not going to get it off of this one.
I know,
so just
not.
anyone. Literally anyone.
Jack Briscoe.
Steve?
Jack Briscoe.
All right. Is that even in their database? It is. Nope. Former. Oh, this is a little more helpful. Former WCW Cruiserweight Champ.
NWA World Champ. WWE Tag Champ. WCW Cruiserweight Champ.
Trained by Larry Sharp.
Right. Who's Cruiserweight Champion? Women NWA Champion. That's an interesting one.
We're going to trust them to get it right.
Because I'm trying to think. Candido.
Chris Candido?
It's Candido.
It is Candido? You're confident?
I'm pretty sure.
All right. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Final clue.
It clicked for me.
He was bodied on a skip.
I thought he was Zip. Maybe not.
The peak of his tragically short career was blah, blah, blah. Yes.
I totally forgot what buying on, but then I was like, that's such a weird combination. But then I remembered he was NWA. I think he was NWA champion after the Shane Douglas incident.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
All right. Next one does not narrow it down at all. First clue. Former 24/7 champ. That's anyone who was not a main eventer.
Since I just saw it, Cedric Alexander.
Maybe you're right.
That'd be really fun. Of all the people to pick.
You're not right.
Okay.
Former reality show contestant.
Reality show contestant.
I've got a guess, but
I don't know who was even on
reality shows. My guess was Miz. Was he a 24/7?
I don't think so, but we'll put it in just so I can get past it. Yeah.
Nope.
I don't think so.
Oh, this will be helpful.
Okay.
Former TNA Knockouts champ.
Who's on a reality show? Does Gut Check count as like a reality show?
I don't know. I didn't make it.
Knockouts champion. That was
a 24/7 champion.
That's an interesting one,
right? These are good.
That because I know like some like because Candice Michelle was 24/7 champion, for example, but she didn't. I don't think she was Knockouts champion. Neither was Medusa.
Right.
Dana Brooke. It depends on how recent this is because she was Knockouts champion.
I don't think that's correct. It doesn't even have her name in there.
Ash by Elegance, then? If you want to
maybe.
put that in.
Do we have Ash? Nope. Oh yeah, there she is.
No.
Okay.
Interesting.
For asking, okay, this is interesting. For asking him an embarrassing question, then Raw GM Eric Bischoff forced her to wrestle Umaga.
Oh, okay, that gives an era for sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bischoff era, Umaga.
Knockouts champion. Because it does narrow it down. So if it's Bischoff's GM, that means it has to be sometime before 05.
Christy Hemme on the table. No, seriously.
No, she was because she was mostly an interviewer in TNA, right?
Yeah.
So that like if it's Bischoff, that means it's between 02 and 05. And like it wouldn't be Stratus or Lita or Mickie James. Mickie James was not.
Mickie James feels like a good guess.
But I don't think she was 24/7 champion though. I don't remember who was that would even apply because like.
You got one more clue and it'll get easier.
Victoria,
probably.
like Tara. Because if she lines up with the time period, I just don't know if she came back and won the 24/7 title or not.
This Diva Search contestant did 2 stints in WWE, but also wrestled, managed, and even worked in the office for companies like AEW, ROH, and TNA.
What? I have no idea. But it wouldn't be Gail Kim.
Oh. She's somebody's wife. Does that help?
Is it?
Like in the business.
Is it Mickie James?
No.
Maurice?
No, but I thought you were going to say
Maria Kanellis?
Yes.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Maria
she was Knockouts champion?
Apparently.
Damn, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
All right, one more. We will try one more here. These are good. They're pretty fun.
I forgot because remember that was when they did the whole thing with her and Bennett where she was pregnant again and he wasn't. It was so weird.
The cuck storyline.
It was so stupid.
Former TNA X Division champion. You look skipper.
Michael Shane.
Wow. He can't be actually in here. He's not.
He's not even in the database. Do I have to get someone else then?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Or I can skip it actually.
No, I'll get someone else just for fun. Let's see. Who'd be fun to guess?
Austin Aries.
Trevor Lee.
Oh, nice. Does he exist for them? He does.
He should.
No, it is not Trevor Lee. Okay. Former ROH tag champ.
Daniels? Christopher Daniels? I think he would work.
It's a good guess. It's not.
Okay.
I don't know what this means. Member of the TNA front line.
They were the group against
Main
Event Mafia.
So who is in there?
I don't know. Can I look that up or
nope.
No? Do I have to guess? Okay.
Well, no, because that'll narrow it down. You get 2 more clues anyways.
Okay. Frontline. I feel like Styles. I don't know if he was even in that. I feel like he was.
We'll find out. Nope. Has feuded with and faced Samoa Joe numerous times in multiple companies throughout their careers.
No, because he wouldn't be frontline. Never mind.
Joe was his in-story mentor early in his first ROH run.
Ooh, I wouldn't know that.
You got another
multiple
clue.
Companies, so it's not Styles and it can't be Punk. Sorry, it was TNA. It was X Division champ, ROH tag champ.
Yep.
Frontline.
Yep.
Feuded with
Joe. Storyline.
Also storyline mentee of Joe.
Right.
Like, because
Mr. Kennedy,
X Division champion. who would be mentored to Joe. I guess he could be X Division champion like way down the line, and feud with Joe in multiple companies. So like,
tricky business. This is.
You don't know who it is yet, right?
I don't.
Because I was gonna say like, what would the chances he feud with him in WWE? Because that would also help.
Maybe that's your next clue.
Because okay, who's notable if feud with Joe? Couldn't be Rey Mysterio.
AJ Daniels.
Can't be Nakamura. It's not Daniels or Styles. It wouldn't be someone like I don't know. I'm trying to think, who would be mentored by Joe? That's such a weird.
Caval.
That'd be fun. I mean, he could fit. I don't think he was ROH. Was he? You know what? Sure, we'll throw in low key just cause.
Low key.
Or Senshi.
Nope. Oh.
What?
So this will give you the answer, basically. Quote unquote, the franchise of Ring of Honor eventually found his way back into the promotion a third time as he was signed to AEW and Tony Khan bought it.
Who was the franchise in ROH?
Is it not the same franchise that was everywhere else?
Is it Shane Douglas?
I don't know. Is it?
I'd no way he would be mentored by Joe. He's older than him.
It's not. Okay, franchise of... Yeah, it makes sense. I see the answer.
Is it Lethal?
Yes, Jay Lethal. All makes sense now.
Okay.
Was that the second or third one we did?
I don't know.
One more?
Yeah. I think that was the one more, but we can do one more. Let's do one more.
All right.
Why not?
Former CZW tag champ.
Moxley. I know Moxley was there.
I think that that
or Callahan.
That would be my only guess. It's not. Was a stockbroker before getting into pro wrestling. Know any other CZW people?
I know MJF was there, so let's just throw that out there.
Any stockbroker could work for him, but he was very young.
That's
so
why
probably
I wouldn't
former ROH tag champ.
This is terrible. I hate it.
It's all not in your wheelhouse for sure.
Chris Hero.
Oh, rip. Not even that he's dead, just I miss him.
Oh no.
On New Japan's first ever tour of the US, his team defeated Tanahashi's in tag action on night 1. Then he lost an IWGP heavyweight title shot against the Ace on night 2.
So he's a gaijin then in New Japan.
Seems like it.
From CZW.
Archer?
I don't see him as a stockbroker.
True. Good point. Because he's been wrestling forever.
Gaijin. And Tanahashi was champion? Or he lost the title shot match?
He lost a heavyweight title shot against the Ace.
So Tanahashi's champion. That's an interesting distinction. You said, was this an ROH tag champ again?
Yep.
And sorry, go over everything.
CZW tag champ, stockbroker, ROH tag champ.
It's in New Japan.
Defeated Tanahashi in tag action on night 1, lost in singles night 2.
That's a weird one. I don't even know. Like, who's in CZW?
Oh, interesting. I see the next clue. I can look ahead. 1.
I don't.
Just want the next clue?
I don't have to put someone in though.
No, I can skip to it.
Yeah, just give me the next one. I'm not gonna
His CZW tag title reign was with his late brother, but his ROH and WWE ones were with his world. Oh, I know who it is.
Oh, it's Haas?
It is Haas. It's got to be Haas.
I thought it was Jay Briscoe, or sorry, Mark Briscoe first, and I was like,
I know,
no,
WWE.
But then I remember he's got Russ on his tape,
right.
right? It's Haas?
Yeah.
That's
Haas.
One.
That's cool.
Haas was facing Tanahashi? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts. All right, good job. Next thing we're doing is going back to talk wrestling. It might just be NXT unless you've got something else to discuss. I don't have any Raw notes, I don't think. Anyways, we'll talk about that now. It's Highspots and Restholds. I think the only thing I heard about Raw is that people won't accept Obafemi's open challenge. Is that?
Yeah, and then he squashed Los Garza, and then they did some cryptic tweet that makes people think they're done too. And if they are, then the tag division is forever cooked.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're tag division, quote unquote.
It's kind of dead in the water, anyways. Yeah, that's fair.
So NXT, we'll run that down. I think that'll be it for this week. Lizzie Rain and Tatum Paxley in an opening tag match taking on Nikita Lyons and Zarya. Standard back and forth tag match went about 11 minutes. So Zarya walked out on Lions. So obviously she's not going to be able to handle 2-on-1. Babyfaces win. Lizzie Rain hits her elevated Shining Wizard to Lions. I don't think it looked good again.
I thought it looked okay the first week I saw it, but like it just doesn't feel that practical to me though, is the thing.
I know it's not people like it though. I think it's a little bit flashy, right? So people seem
I'm not surprised. Like it's
fine. Later on, Paxley wants to give Lizzie Rain the next title shot for her North American title. Shiloh Hill comes in to talk about Tristan Angels. What? And Rain know him. He doesn't like him. Oh, Rain. Sorry. He comes in to talk about Tristan Angels, right? Because Tristan Angels has a problem with Shiloh Hill. And Rain says that she knows him because, of course, they're both from the same country, so they have to know each other. And she doesn't like him either. Angels walks up, announces he'll have his first match next week, and he'll show Shiloh that Angels is in a class of his own. And again, came across very charismatic, comfortable on the mic.
I thought he was really cool off of the first week.
So I'm really hoping he can wrestle because that would be cool because he's already seems to be more interesting than a lot of people.
I have not seen anything of him
Me either.
From the Evolve stuff, so
that's why I'm curious.
Find out, right?
Kendall Gray's backstage with Ren Sinclair, who has crutches, so she's injured now. Ren was worried their friendship will become like Sol Ruka and Zarya someday, but Gray assures her that will never happen to them. Lola Vice walks in with the NXT Women's title, talks about running it back with Kendall Gray. Gray wants to prove that wrestling's better than MMA. Ren reminds Gray that she needs to focus on her match with Kalani tonight and shouldn't be looking ahead to taking on Lola. I feel like they could slow burn the Gray and Vice, like a lengthy feud between them sounds good to me. But it could be setting Gray up to fail since her attention's divided, right? So maybe she loses to Kalani because she's focused on other things, but we'll find that out later on, but this is all fine. Naraku has his debut match in NXT.
Former Evil.
Beats Lince Dorado, who hasn't been around in forever.
He was on Evolve.
He's cool.
He's solid. He was like, I think, Jackson Drake's first or second defense, I think.
Yeah.
When he was Evolve champion.
So they want,
I believe,
Naraku to come across as physical and vicious, but he honestly just kind of looks old and tired, if I'm being honest.
That's fair.
And it's not like he has this impressive physical presence, right? Like he's a average-sized, not super shaped older guy.
The fact that he survived so long in New Japan, of all places, is honestly pretty impressive.
Booker is incapable of saying Naraku's name correctly.
It's not. You just said it like 5 times.
He says Naroku every time.
Right.
Vic seems to be saying it really often to model it for Booker, but
it's just not working.
Booker doesn't actually listen to other people because, like I've told you, like Vic will literally throw to him a question,
and
like,
he's just gone.
Completely ignores it. I wasn't impressed with this. Nothing really special about Naraku's presentation or his work in the ring. I don't think his finisher, which is
a STO,
right, like mid at best.
I saw someone say like, "God, we're putting respect in the STO." Like, no, it's just not a finisher.
He's just a guy on the roster at this point for me, and Vic is trying to tell us like his presence and impact are so impressive, and it's just like this is a tell not show.
Yeah,
and this is what bothers
me. You can't
me
show it though. It's the problem, right? Like it's not gonna happen.
No. So I was a bit annoyed. Dorian Von Dukes tells the other young baby faces, what's that? Prosper and Legacy and somebody else. Anyways, tells them that he'll be cleared to wrestle in a week and that they'll take care of business until then. Natty's being interviewed about LFG, and Jada Parker interrupts. Jada's not happy about what Natty said about her last week, basically called her soft, I think it was. Natty basically shoos Jada away because she needs to finish her interview, and Jada's like, I'll be waiting for you by your car in the parking lot, I guess. So I love Jada Parker, but my disdain for Natty is like...
It runs deep.
And it's also, this is like the copy and paste of this, right? Like we bring Natty in and she's going to mentor her, but and then they feud.
It's never good.
It's always the same.
And Natty doesn't win that much. She's not that good and we don't like her that much.
I'm not super interested in this.
Me neither.
There's the third young guy. It's Prosper, Tate Wilder, and Sean Legacy taking on the Birthright.
Right. Tate Wilder's the new guy who doesn't look that cool.
So Dempsey's back. Remember that he was gone for a little bit. So he's in this match for Birthright.
Oh, I thought the whole thing was that he wasn't going to be in this match.
I know. And then he was there because they were like, he's over back in...
Right, because that's why Regal is on the phone too. He's like, he's not there.
Yeah.
And so I thought Regal's like, okay, he'll come back and we'll put you in this match in the meantime. And then they're like, nope, he's back.
He's back.
That's weird.
And they I don't remember them mentioning anything about him being back. He's just there.
Okay.
So there's 3 hyper athletic baby faces. Really only Uriah Connors can keep up with them on the other side, and he actually impresses me. Too bad he's very small and thin, like slight of build.
He is.
He's built like Gargano. Without the personality.
Gargano's built better than that.
Well, they're more shredded for sure.
Yeah, and why not kill Dixon?
Tate Wilder is actually super athletic. He kind of impressed me. His gimmick's kind of cheesy though. He's like I'm the adrenaline junkie who loves to push the limits. He's like the werewolf guy. What was his name?
Werewolf.
He did like a 450 or moonsault or shooting star. He was in Nexus. Gabriel.
He was werewolf. What?
He was like the something werewolf.
Oh, I thought when you said werewolf, I'm like, are you talking about Jacob Fatu?
No. So it's that kind of like, oh, he just is a daredevil, this guy. So anyways,
I don't like his ring gear really sucks. So he just wears like cargo pants or whatever, or something like that.
Yeah. So really fast-paced showcase for the baby faces. The story was Wilder is trying to do too much. He should have tagged out to Legacy near the end, but refused to.
I think I saw the clip of that, yeah.
Missed a moonsault, leading to the Lighten Up, it's called, by Birthright, which is just tandem leaping kicks to the head by Connors and Stacks.
I remember seeing that. I was like, that's
fine.
I was like Naraku. I was like, why that?
Fun match. Crowd was really into it. Lots of talent on the babyface side. Just need to develop some character. Wilder was really impressive, but cost his team the win, which is fine because Birthright needs momentum. Even though they didn't look great here, they need some momentum as a unit, I think. So that's fine.
They do, yeah.
And this was like, oh, Wilder did too much, so that's why the baby faces were better, but this guy, they didn't operate as a team. And Birthright did.
They couldn't coexist, as they say.
That's right. That's fine. The Culling are having a sit-down conversation in a dark room. Vance gives Izzy Dame credit for her scheming and strategizing that keeps them 2 steps ahead. I thought this was weird. The 2 men get up to leave. Dame asks Nico to stay behind for a minute, and you can see, I think, a flash of on Spears' face, like, what's this about, sort of thing. And all it was her going, if Lola Vice is watching the main event, then I'll be watching Lola. But for some reason...
They had to take... Okay. What? Okay.
So my hope is she's, like, messing with Spears.
No, that sounds too smart.
And separated him on purpose, and, like, it was a nothing thing to Vance, but, like, she knows it's going to bug
that
Spears.
sounds too smart for them.
It might be, but otherwise it doesn't make sense. Mason Rook contract signing. The ring surrounded by a bunch of wrestlers who I don't think have been on TV yet, but are in the PC somewhere. Apparently, the guy dating Tiffany Stratton was there. I saw later.
Cam Hendricks.
Oh, that's him.
No, wait, that's Dupree.
Yeah.
No, I don't know who it is. I was thinking, I thought Cam Hendricks.
So Rooks talks about he's getting all this attention, but he's not satisfied with it. I like this. He's not the best heavyweight. He's the best at any weight. And if you,
I did see the crowd chants getting over, like they were saying, but like, which is good for him. But considering the online criticism he got, he's lucky Cena likes him.
I know.
If Cena wasn't praising him,
I know,
he'd be screwed.
If you mess with a tank, you get crushed. It's his look. It looks like he's from like 2010. He's got like the frosted hair and the chain,
and the
like the necklace.
Top, yeah.
Like he looks very like 10, 15
I don't
years
think he should have cut
date.
his hair.
So I don't know. Tony D comes out to say that Rooks has got his attention. Rook, not Rooks. Rooks will not make his name at Tony's expense. Cam Hendricks shows up again to attack Tony. Security gets involved. Rook does a moonsault, but barely touches anyone but a couple security while everybody has to fall down, so it wasn't the best.
That's not his fault, though.
No. He goes back to the ring, signs his contract as the crowd is chanting whatever they were chanting for him. Something about, was it the tank?
He's bad, he'll body slam your dad, Mason Rook.
Oh, is that what it was? Rook, I don't think sounded great. The moonsault didn't go as planned, but I hope he's cool in the ring. I'm interested in him just because he's different. So
he is really cool from the clips.
I like the body type and some of his aggressive offense, but his look
does a lot of drivers though. So.
Yes, so who knows if he will be?
Yeah,
all right, we can hope. So Noam Dar's backstage with that Moreno kid again, and Moreno is like watching old Noam Dar matches for whatever reason. I guess he's mentor.
You should be watching Alicia Fox.
Yes, Noam Dar, bless him. Emily Agard, remember she had her first interview with...
Yeah, I do. I only remember because I think I actually looked her up.
With Carver last week, I think it was. So this is her second assignment, is to get to know OTM, who are grilling poolside, and I thought it was funny. Of all the things they could be grilling, it's like, oh, some cool... No, it's hot dogs and hamburgers. So she grabs at
least it's burgers.
Hot dog and sits down with them. Bronco Nima's little brother is there. So we get some more details on these guys, which I really appreciated. So whether it's real or not, it sounds like it could be real. Nima lost his mom at a young age, grew up really fast. He says manhood isn't about age, it's about responsibility. He was always by his brother's side. Nima says, so then he talks about Price, how Price is a lot smarter than people think he is and that he's actually a talented artist. And I think this is what OTM kind of needs, right? Instead of this, we came from the streets and grew up tough. It's like, here's specifics about that,
It's also
right?
like why they came from
Nima
the
was
streets,
forced
why it was tough.
to raise his little brother basically by himself. So that's kind of cool. And like everyone looks at this monster Price, but he's actually like a thoughtful artistic type sort of thing. So
I don't love that because I liked him as like the analytic kind of guy. But I do like at least it's something.
He's complex, At least there's a little bit of depth there. Nima's
Yeah.
brother delivered some lines that sounded really rough, but he's not a performer. And it's in the PC, so it's fine. Jackson Drake, Noam Dar, the match you were wanted to see, but I don't think you did.
I did not.
And I just said, like, Dar is so quick and so crisp still. It was so nice to see him back in action.
I love Dar. I think he's fantastic.
Babyface obviously isn't what's best for him, but things can always change.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not bad. He is
He's
likable.
good.
I think he's likable, but that's
in
just
any
because we think he's
capacity.
cool. So
he's targeting Drake's left arm. Really good pace throughout this. All the other Vanity Project get involved on the outside, but it's Lockwood, the one that holds on to Dar, takes a Drake running knee. Drake wins with a 450 after 11 minutes. So really fun match. Gives Drake the win as you would expect because Dar's role is not going to be to win too much, I don't think, probably.
no,
Unfortunate. And we get
he could have a team with the Murray Note guy and like maybe they could win that.
That's true. And we get evidence again that Lockwood is Vanity Project China basically at this point, right? Which is fine. I'm not even complaining about that.
It's new school, like DX kind of thing.
Lights out after the match. It's Dark State. Vic can't figure out why they're there, even though for like the last couple weeks they're talking about getting back in the tag team like contention, right? So they want their rematch that they never got against Vanity Project. Vanity Project don't want to give it to them, but it turns out Stone has already approved it. And it's Cutler doing the talking. I think Griffin started, then it's mostly Cutler James, which is never a good idea. But the point is, he's like, yeah, we got another tag match, and it's Sugars and Lennox that are getting it because they need to sort of unite. The group needs to unite again. So this is very babyface, though.
But it also doesn't make sense to, like, if the other guys were just winning the match, that they're... I guess, no, because it was Sugars and Griffin that lost the belts, right? So it's not like... It doesn't make sense in any capacity because it was Griffin and James who won the match the other week, right?
Yes.
And then it was Lennox and Griffin who won the belts. Griffin and Sugars lost. Like, so this team is like not.
But it's not very heel to be like, you guys get the shot because we need to be a cohesive unit and we need to repair any rifts we have. Like, weird. But anyways, Vanity Project try to sneak attack them. Dark State are ready, and again, you're being positioned opposite like a heel faction. So I don't get what they're doing with
It's like how I felt with Death Riders going against Don Callis. It's like, you're going against the main heel group right now when, like, we'll say one or more of your members has been leaning away. Like, so for Death Riders, it's Moxley. For this, it's
and that's
Sugars,
the only thing that makes you a babyface,
right? Like, it's one of those things where it's kind of like when it reminds me of what we said when JC Jane turned on Gigi Dolan way back. It's like, just because one person goes more heel,
you're less awful than the other one.
You're less bad. Or it's like just because Sugars all of a sudden starts acting a little less heel, it's like it forgives all the breakdowns they did, right?
Yes.
Like, without actually, you know what I mean, doing anything.
It's kind of strange. Miles Bourne, Tavion Heights are backstage. Bourne has been put into a tag match next week, and Heights assumes that he's Bourne's partner, but he reveals he's actually teaming up with Tony D. So Heights is pissed.
This is Rook's debut match, right? I think I saw the graphic.
We're going Zarya Salruka here. It's all about like you get all the opportunities and I don't get any.
They haven't been teaming, which is the weird. So
right.
It's kind of like that, but it's, I see what you're saying though. I see.
So yeah, and I get it. Like if they want him to sort of lean into being a heel a little bit here, like he's tired of the other guy getting all these opportunities when they were on the same footing for quite a while, right? I'm hoping this frustration on Heights leads to some sort of character development because he's pretty bland. I think
he'd be cool as like a vicious amateur wrestler who's just like you could do something like that, like if Angle, because Angle was
shooter
like that
that's
sometimes,
actually
like,
scary.
Yeah, like maybe like Kendall Gray style, but with some more aggression.
Yes, so I would love because there's things I like about Heights, but he's pretty bland overall. So hopefully he can find something. Mm-hmm. Robert Stone's backstage running into people and booking matches. Cam Hendricks and Mason Rook, that they're teaming up next week. Tate Wilder asked Stone for another match next week. Stone booked Wilder against Keanu Carver because Carver sort of sidled up as Stone was talking to Tate. So we're getting that match, which will be maybe a little bit interesting next week. Callie Armstrong's being interviewed, talks about how she ran through everybody in Evolve, and Kendall Gray shows up and is like, you didn't run through everybody, which I thought was
true, because Gray won the title from her there.
A really simple way to add a little bit of like, hold on, you're trying to talk like you whipped everyone in Evolve, you didn't whip me, so like, take it easy kind of thing. So I'm okay with that. The main event is Kendall Gray, who's got a lot of irons in the fire right now, it seems like, which is fine, because she should. Taking on Kalani Jordan. Man, this match was really good. This was a very good women's match.
I heard good things, yeah.
We do get a picture-in-picture where Izzy Dame attacks Lola Vice, so that's happening, obviously. Spills to ringside. They run into the injured Ren Sinclair. I said she was on crutches earlier. So this distracts Gray long enough. She's sort of looking to make sure she's okay. Gets hit with the moonsault. What is it called? The one of a kind?
Yeah, that. Yeah.
Kalani Jordan wins. Kendall Gray is pissed at Vice after the match. Shoves her before Izzy Dame comes up from behind and boots Lola Vice to the ground. Izzy Dame picks up the North American title. Nope, the main title. Yeah. Holds it up as the show ends. Really good 14-minute main event match. Really good pace, back and forth action. Dame is clearly positioned for the title shot, as Gray's going to have to wait after
she could
taking
be the
this
transition
loss.
Between her and
she could
and Gray if Lola goes up. I'm not saying it has to be like you could give her a couple months. It doesn't, just because like transition doesn't have to mean like transitional.
No, and
or I
don't know where Lonnie fits in.
I think you should give it to Lonnie,
but she picked up a quality win. I think based off the chemistry these two had, I'm fine with Kalani getting the title eventually. Right. Maybe not yet, but and then running this back.
Because she could also be the transition between Lola and Kendall if you want to do that, and then have.
So I would have Lola retain
Lonnie
against Dame.
Lonnie also get called up eventually as well, because I think she also could do it.
Vice retains against Dame, and then we go Lonnie longer Dame. That's fine, and then Gray comes back to take it from Lonnie, and Lonnie can go up.
I think Lonnie and Mello as a heel couple would be cool.
Awesome.
Even though Mello's over right now.
Yeah, I know. So I thought the main event was really good. A pretty solid episode of NXT. Not amazing, but I was entertained for the most part there. Anything else you want to discuss? Anything from SmackDown yesterday? I didn't see a dang thing.
No, other than I saw people complaining Royce Keys. So Gunther and I think Cody were going to sign a contract for a WWE title match, and Keys interrupted. I guess he wanted a title shot. And then they had a match just for Gunther to beat him. Yeah. So that's cool.
I did see all the gingerbread stuff. It's not for me.
Oh my God. I've heard people hate that.
I find it's really polarizing. People either loved it or.
I've seen more people hate it than love it.
It's not for me.
And I heard a bunch of people were walking into the arena during that. I like that. I'm not going to lie.
They're also using it to baby step AI stuff in. A lot of the segments.
And also apparently they've gone around banning reaction streamers now, but then they use the reaction streamers
I think in their
stuff,
clips.
which is dirty. I'm like, that also, I'm not gonna say I don't like it for the people, obviously, because it sucks for them. I'm not trying to harp on them, but I do like it. And then that's the kind of stuff that'll sour WWE. They're doing stuff like that. They're getting arrogant.
Do you think the slippery slope of AI is they start by just it was segments that were AI this week, the gingerbread man's
or remember they did it with Dom and the AAA thing?
His history, right, throughout quote-unquote wrestling. We could get to the point where TKO, if they really want to be profit-driven, just fire everybody and everything's AI. Literally the matches, the characters, everything. They don't have real people. You don't even pay real wrestlers anymore. Just make it all AI.
I do think that's drastic, but it's not impossible.
It's drastic to think of it going from what we have now to that, but I'm always the baby step guy, right? Step one is you start embedding it in these little things like the gingerbread man and people.
Or Dom or Americano. Didn't they use it then too?
You desensitize people to it, right? And then it's they're just using it to flesh out little funny segments, and then they do baby step it to one more thing.
They use it to a whole they use it to let's say they use it to do a video package like we saw for Roosh on Dynamite.
Yes. And then, they used it to make it a C-level character that sort of fills in a feud somewhere. So no big deal. And then it's now it's a more, you know what I mean? And we take 15 baby steps.
They do a show that's entirely AI or something.
And it's all fake.
They could.
Right.
My hope for the baby step is that it's baby stepping people turning on them.
Yes.
Because to think like, I don't understand the logic behind banning like reaction streamers. Like, that's such a good way to. I'm not saying WWE needs it, but like, it's a great way to get more eyes on your stuff either way, and they're supporting your product. A lot of the reaction streamers, and
I hate that genre so
I do,
much,
but I will say this: the reason I don't understand banning a lot of them because a lot of them are shills for them.
a lot of it makes me cringe because a human being can't be that excited about the things they get excited about.
That's what I was saying.
Like,
I do like this one guy. I think his name's.
But that's why we'll never be super famous because we won't do that.
I like Respresso on Instagram. I like him because he's just pretty like reasonable with his reactions. He watches AEW, and so like I like him because he doesn't feel like he's like forcing it all the time. But like there are some dudes where like I saw this one guy post about criticizing this one reaction streamer for freaking out about AJ Francis showing up in a Rumble on an indie show. I'm like, there's no way.
No one's excited by that. Nobody.
I've seen the ones where like, they're a shill for all the main roster stuff. Why would you like?
Yeah.
It doesn't make you guys look worse. But I'm not gonna lie, I like it because like they're getting arrogant, thinking they can do that without anybody like freaking out.
Yeah.
Like they keep pulling moves like that. Why would people be supporting them? And I hope eventually it makes more people.
They want to find a way for any money anyone's making off their stuff.
Right.
They want to find a way to get that into their
absolutely.
Stream,
if they can get these reaction streamers on a deal where they get a cut.
Right. So if
then
you're
guess
big
what?
enough,
They'll start to come back.
Correct. If you're big enough and they can get a cut, then you might exist. Otherwise, they don't need you to exist.
Right. Like I'm surprised like Van Vliet still gets WWE people ever.
Yeah.
Because like unless they can't be making money off that, but maybe they are. But like the reaction streamers, I hope it makes some of them like want to check out AEW because I mean most people don't want an alternative. Most people just want WWE to be better. So not everyone's gonna flock over to AEW or New Japan or whatever. But there's got to be some people who want better wrestling, and hopefully those people are like, if they haven't already, they're going to AEW.
I hope so.
Because like I don't know, making moves like that is crazy to me.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it's stupid. I don't like it.
I agree. I think that's going to wrap up episode 304, 9:30. I can get this out before midnight, so it's still out on a Saturday. And I don't think I'm doing anything tonight, but you never know. But anyways, we will wrap up here. We'll be back next week, same time, same place-ish, to record episode 305. We hope you come back. Tell some people about us. We are not good at promoting ourselves, so help us out. Send someone a link. Tell them we're interesting to listen to, if that's true. Lie.
Say we're entertaining.
Amazing.
Say we're funny.
Yeah.
Say we're cool. Tell them we're cool.
Tell them we are very
Tell them all the cool kids are listening to us.
Wrestling fans are generally really cool, right?
I'd like to think we're the cooler ones.
But anyways, come back and listen next week or watch whatever format you're using. We appreciate it. We'll see you then. Until then, take care.